Hello everyone, in today's video I would like to show you my observation of the osmosis experiment, dissolving eggshells with vinegar. Now, before we start this experiment, what is osmosis? Osmosis is a tendency of water to move across a membrane from a dilute solution to a concentrated solution. Now, the material for this experiment are as follows. First, you would need 3 eggs. Any type of egg will do. Next, you would need 3 glasses, or in my case, containers. They have to be large enough to fit the egg, plus the liquids that we will be adding later. Next are 3 butter knives, or spoons. These will be used to hold down the eggs and keep them submerged in the liquid that we'll be adding later. Next, we would need 3 cups of white vinegar, or at least enough to submerge the eggs. We also need distilled water, about 2 cups. Next, we would need light corn syrup or honey. In my case, I'm using honey. We need about 1¼ cups. Next, we would need a slotted spoon or anything that we can use to strain the eggs from the liquids later on. Then, we would need measuring cups and also measuring spoons. We then need paper and anything we can use to write on the paper, such as a pen, pencil, or a marker. And finally, we need a scale. We will use this to, of course, weigh the eggs. Now that you know the materials needed for the experiment, let's actually start it. The first step is to put 1 egg in each glasses or containers. As you can see, the eggs are in fact inside the containers. After putting the eggs in the containers or glass, grab your white vinegar. Then proceed to pour in the white vinegar until the egg is fully submerged. Do this to all 3 eggs. As you can see, the containers are filled with white vinegar and the eggs are fully submerged. If your eggs aren't, you can use the bar knife or spoon to hold them down and keep them submerged. In my case, I don't have to. Now, we will proceed to put all 3 glasses inside our refrigerator and we will allow them to sit for about 24 hours. After 24 hours, your egg should look like this, and only the membrane should remain. Now, if your eggs doesn't look like this, then just put it back in the fridge with a new batch of vinegar and wait another 24 hours. Okay, now we will gently remove the eggs using the slotted spoon, and we will rinse it with tap water in the sink. We will also rinse out the containers or glasses. Once you have rinsed the eggs, put them in a plate or a bowl. What we're gonna do now is weigh all 3 eggs using the scale. You can see that all 3 eggs will weigh around 97 to 100 grams. We will again grab the 3 containers or glasses. We will now label all 3 glasses with paper. The first glass we will label as hypertonic. The second glass we will label as isotonic. And the third glass we will label as hypotonic. Hooray! Now all 3 glasses or containers have been labeled. Now, grab a measuring cup that can measure exactly 1 cup. Oh, and also grab your honey or corn syrup. We got honey and a measuring cup. Of course we're gonna pour the honey into the measuring cup. Fill the cup. Fill it. Hey, wanna see what I can do with the bar of editing? Look, it's not even filled halfway, right? Look. Boom! Ha! Now we have 1 cup of honey. Yeah! Okay, now we're gonna simply grab the measuring cup filled with honey and we're gonna slowly pour it inside the hypertonic glass. Okay? Come on. Uh-huh. Just like that. Uh-huh. Here's another angle of me pouring the honey, so it looks more cinematic. This video is not sponsored by Maduteje, but I would not mind if they pay me. I need the money. Ta-da! The container is now filled with honey. Yippee! Hooray! Now, for the isotonic container, we're gonna grab our tablespoons and we're gonna add 1.5 tablespoons of honey or corn syrup. After we have added in the honey or corn syrup, we will fill the remainder with distilled water. Now, we're gonna go and grab the closest utensil we can find and we're gonna use it to stir the honey and water inside the isotonic container. Now, you need to make sure that the honey actually dissolves inside the water, so stir properly. Finally, for the hypotonic container, we're gonna fill it up with distilled water. That's it. Only distilled water. Don't add anything else. Only distilled water. Now, don't do what I'm doing in the video. Don't just instantly pour the water in. You're gonna have to measure 1 cup and then pour it inside the container. You can see that all 3 containers are filled with their respective solutions. Hey, you still have the eggs, don't you? Good. Now grab them and put 1 egg in each container. Alright, so we are actually very close on finishing this project. So all we have to do now is put all 3 containers back in the fridge and wait 24 hours. Oh boy, it's been 24 hours. Now look how different the eggs are compared to when we first put them inside the solutions. Now, put your eggs in the plate because we are gonna weigh them again. This egg is the hypertonic egg. This egg is the isotonic egg. And this egg is the hypotonic egg. Now, it's time for my observations. We can see that after soaking the eggs in vinegar for 24 hours and another 24 hours, that the shells of the egg will start to dissolve, leaving us with only the membrane. Now, for the hypertonic glass, we can see that the egg has absorbed the honey, thus making the texture of the egg more slimy and softer, almost as if it will pop if I only pressed it a bit harder. For the isotonic glass, the egg has also absorbed the mixture of honey and distilled water, thus making the texture of the egg slimier than the hypotonic glass, but also a lot more flexible than the hypertonic glass. Finally, the hypotonic glass. Of course, this egg also absorbed the liquid that we put in, but since it was only distilled water, the texture of the egg remained the same, that being rubbery and flexible. But it did make the egg more transparent compared to when we first put it inside the glass. The starting weight of the hypertonic glass is 100 grams, but once it absorbed all the solution, it decreased into only 50 grams. With the isotonic glass, its original weight was 99 grams, but when it absorbed the solution, it decreased into 58 grams. Finally, the hypotonic glass. Now, it started with a weight of 97 grams, and it also ended with a weight of 97 grams, meaning even though it absorbed the solution, the weight did not change and remained the same. Well, we've finished the project, and I've already stated all my observations on it, so we're done now. I'd like to thank you for watching. Goodbye.